Architect Sam Chukwunenye is a content creator advocate. Architect Sam Chukwunenye believes that content is the new oil in Nigeria. In this episode, we are going to sit down with the content expert himself as he takes us through a lot of topics like content with AI, the future of content in an AI-dominated world, content monetization, the guide to becoming a successful content creator, monetization techniques, and different other things. I will urge you to watch this video to the end. If you are somebody aspiring as a content creator, or you are into the business and you are struggling, one or two things here could be very useful to you. Architect knows one or two things that could help you.
This is the Stereosis.
Sir, in most of your interviews, you always say content is the new oil. And I think everywhere, even on your group, WhatsApp, your DPs, everywhere. I don't think there's any week you don't say it's content is new oil. So I actually want to know, what do you mean by content is the new oil?
It's as simple as that, okay? It's as simple as the statement itself. Nigeria discovered oil in the 70s, and since then we joined some of the big boys, big countries in the world. Now the oil is no longer what it used to be, okay? But content has come to replace that. It's just that our people are not awake to the realities. I'll give you an instance. I'll give you a very simple instance that will drive the description, the narrative properly, okay? The whole of this year, 2024, Nigerian government federal budget for national budget to be between, I think, around 24 trillion naira. Okay. That should be roughly around 18 to 19 billion dollars. But YouTube alone last year made 36 billion dollars. 36 billion dollars. So now let's not even mention Facebook. Let's not mention Twitter and TikTok and the rest of them. Okay, Facebook alone has a budget for content creators for 2.6 to 2.8 billion dollars. Okay, now if you combine just the money, the revenue, the money set aside for content creators across the four major platforms: TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, you're looking at roughly 10 to 11 billion dollars. Okay. Okay, and that is just that billion dollars. That is just a little piece compensation for content creators. Now, this budget is bigger. It's almost more than half of Nigeria's annual national budget. Okay, and the beautiful thing is that every year we don't get to finish this money. The money returns back to the parent company. They rebudget it again next year because we don't have enough content creators. So content is the new oil because it is a tool that could liberate our young people. It is a tool that could help grow our economy, reduce the rates of crime in the society, engage a lot of people, not just young people, old people, young people, retirees, everyone. Content creation alone could employ more than half of Nigerian youths, all of them, and yet there will be still enough money, enough space on tap spaces, okay? Now, if you now add artificial intelligence and now add some other things, then you see that you add robotics, artificial intelligence, and some other new technologies. You can gainfully employ every Nigerian, 200 million people, to be earning at least. Yes.
Or at least.
Go on.
You know, when you talk about it like that, some of us feel like it's not that easy. You understand? A lot of people have tried. Like this thing I said, some people have tried. I saw once I did that. If 100 people start content creation journey from January, before half of the year, possibly 80% have dropped off. And the other remaining 20%, only 10 will reach monetization. That means it's very, very, very hard. While preparing for the interview, I was doing research and I saw like only about 0.3% of all the monetized channels are above 100,000 subscribers. So you see that out of over 2 million, like on YouTube, out of over 2 million who are actually monetized on YouTube, only about very small fraction that have more than 100K subscribers.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, to answer that, first of all, let me disabuse your mind. Content creation and the revenue you make has nothing to do with the number of followers or subscribers you have. Okay, it doesn't have anything to do with the number of subscribers or how many subscribers or how many followers you have. Okay, because when it comes to making money through content, you don't need a million followers. Okay, you don't need 10 billion followers. You need only one single follower or one subscriber and you're good to go. The biggest problem in content creation, especially here in Nigeria, in Africa, is the same problem that has to do with research and education. The white man said that if you want to hide anything from the black man, you should put it inside the book. Once you put it in a book, the black man will never find it. Why? Because the black man doesn't read. The black man doesn't study. The black man is always in a hurry. He doesn't sit down to research, to really understand how these things work. They don't. It's just like what is happening, the madness that is going on right now on Facebook. Everybody is turning to content creator because they heard that Facebook is about to enlist Nigeria among the legitimate countries, right? Eligible countries, yes, for monetization. So everybody suddenly wakes up, there's this mad rush, everybody is now trying to create content, but it is absolutely wrong. Number one, they fail because number one, the motive is actually wrong. Okay, 90% of the people that you see that are claiming to be content creators in Nigeria are doing it with the wrong motive, and that motive is just to make money. Okay, if you're coming to content creation to make money with the motive to make money, you will not make money, you will get frustrated. Okay, it's just like ministry work, it's just like pastoral work. If you're going into ministry to make money, you will be extremely frustrated, right? Beautiful. So it is the same thing with content creation. People are in a hurry to make money. They refuse to sit down and even understand where this money is coming from, understand what the platform wants from you, even understand what is required of you, right? Beautiful. Somebody wants to pay you money to create content or to pay you for creating content. You've never sat down to ask the person, sir, what exactly do you want? It's like getting an employment and you just walk into the office, you refuse to ask HR, what's my portfolio, where's my desk, what am I expected to do in this company, how can I rise to the ranks, what am I expected, what is expected of me? No, you just wear your clothes every Monday morning and you hit the office, and once you get there, you begin to serve people water, playing the role of the receptionist. You begin to carry bags from the car, playing the role of an assistant. You begin to mix chemicals, playing the role. That is like madness, like a footballer that enters the pitch without knowing where his wing, he doesn't have a wing, right? So he runs around the whole pitch. He's busy 24/7, running around chasing the ball, and yet he doesn't get nothing at the end of it. So it is exactly the problem here. Many people that want to go into content creation will never sit down to learn. They will never sit down to learn. Okay? So that is the biggest problem.
Even sitting down to architect.
Yes.
No, architect, even sitting down to learn it, it seems even people who start out to learn it, like I saw YouTube data. where YouTube publishes that average duration for people to monetize, like 24 months. So it's very easy. 24 good months. That's from YouTube. Some can do it 3 months. Some can, because those who are doing it 3 months, 90 days, they are outliers. So it's not quite easy. If YouTube is saying 24 good months, average Nigeria cannot do business 3 months without making money and survive it.
And let me tell you, the truth is that it is not 26 months, it's not 24 months. Okay, if you are really prepared and you learn the business, you could monetize in 30 days, right? And if you really
30 days.
In 30 days, yes, and both Facebook, both YouTube, all the platforms, you can monetize in 30 days and less than 30 days. If you sit down and learn the business, number one. Number two, okay, you don't start making money after monetization. There are 7 other ways to make money from your platform, from your content. From the first day you can start making money. From the first day you post a video or any content on social media, you could start making money from that day, even if you have only 1 subscriber. The problem is that people don't sit down to learn. Let me give you an example. I have 2 failed YouTube channels. They are still there. I use it for teaching. I have 2 failed YouTube channels. None of them is less than, yes, none of them is less than 9 years old. 9 years of labor. Do you understand it now? But the moment I sat down to learn the business, it took me only 2 months to start making more money than I had ever thought of making the whole of that 9 years. So
okay, that's the training aspect you're talking about.
Beautiful. For instance, now let me give you let me paint a very plain picture that would drive home this particular topic some more. Do you know that it's wrong for you to post a video or any content and then tell people to share it? Are you aware that you're not supposed to tell people to share your content? You're not supposed to ask people to follow you.
It's not a YouTube, it's not a policy, or does it?
Both on YouTube, both across all platforms.
Okay, it's a technique, because on YouTube, as far as you're not doing it like intention of maybe scamming somebody, or like you are buying followers, if you're not paying them to do it, on your policy, you are allowed to like ask people to follow you.
Let me tell you something. Okay, this is why it's always good to go through the training. Okay, the idea behind all of this platform is to be able to feed the algorithm organic, authentic data. Okay. Let me repeat. The essence of this whole transaction is to be able to feed the algorithm organic, number one, authentic data. That data has a lot to do with the behavior, the behavioral data of the consumer of that content. So what it simply means is this: these platforms, they need genuine data so they can study the data and be able to target consumers, right?
Yes.
It's like telling me now that, okay, you're a medical doctor now, and I employ you based on the fact that you're a medical doctor. You get into the hospital, my hospital, and then we realize that you're operating with a fake certificate. You never went to school. Or you're using the wrong sample for diagnosis. You know, no matter what you do in the lab, if you're using the wrong sample, you will always get the wrong answer, right? You get the wrong result. Now, what it simply means is this: YouTube, Facebook, all of these platforms, their biggest patrons are advertisers. Advertisers, big companies like Apple, Amazon, and the rest of them. Okay, they pay a lot of money in billions of dollars to these platforms. because they want to use those platforms to market their goods and services, right? Now, for them to be able to make sales, they should be able to target the right people on those platforms that will buy, so that when they see this advert, that advert will be able to convert to sales, so that the money they are using for advert will not be a waste.
Okay.
So when you're forcing people to watch your content, when you're cajoling people to watch your content, when you're forcing people to share your content, it's no longer an organic traffic. It's no longer an organic engagement.
But it works. It works for people who are doing it. You can see most of these comedians, they have a lot of followers, and they got it through that way.
Let me tell you. Just, I know this is like on a secondary level, okay? But I'm telling you one of the deepest secrets in this business. I took time. Let me tell you.
So you're not supposed to ask somebody, this is amazing. Share, comment, like, you're not supposed to do it.
Now, however, there is still a way you could make people share your content without telling them to share the content. The basic expectation of the platform is this. If the content is relatable, people will share it. If the content is valuable, people will save it. If the content is engaging, people will comment.
Okay.
The platform expects you to bury these particular values inside your content, so that people that will share it, their data will come back to the back ends of this server and algorithm as people that are genuinely interested in this particular kind of content or topic. You see, this is the deeper part of it. So if you don't sit down and learn this thing, let me tell you, the monetization policy of Facebook alone might take you 3 whole days just to read through it. And I can tell you, less than 1% of content creators in Nigeria has ever sat down to read it through.
They have managers, maybe like you, who are reading for them.
Yes, so, but yet they are in a hurry to make money. In fact, somebody wanted to join my academy, and he was also immediately asking me that if he joins the academy now, in the next, like, when can he start making money? When can he start making money? And I told Esther, I said, Esther, please do not register this person in our academy.
No, sir, you don't blame them. You know, I listen to a lot of podcasters and a lot of big guys, even abroad. There's a guy called a former doctor in UK, Ali Abda.
Yes.
He advises that if you are not really willing to wait for 2 years without making money, you should leave content creation. You know, like there's a big guy doing podcast in US called PBD. He said for 2 years he had only 2,000 subscribers. You know, when you hear this kind of things now, and when you hear you guys teach, and you see disparity between it, and you get confused, like, are you sure? You understand?
Now, the idea is this. The idea, it's not like if you don't get to 2 years, you will not make money. If you don't get to 2 years, you won't have more than 1,000. No. If you want to have 1,000 subscribers in 2 days, I could show you how to do it. You're not going to buy followers or buy subscribers or anything. They are just there. There are over 3 billion people on YouTube every day consuming content, right? Now, let me tell you something. The idea is this. They want to disabuse your mind from the money-making aspect, right? They want only people that are passionate about content creation to be in the business. Because when you're passionate about content creation, you could do it for 10 years. You could, whether you're making money or not making, you will do it happily and willingly, and you won't get tired, right? However, if you're passionate about it, the money will start coming.
No, but it's not always like that. I've seen people who do you know some people spend millions buying equipment, doing all those kind of things. After 1 year, they have staff they are paying. Then the guy starts getting depressed. You get
That is what.
so
That is the issue I'm telling you. If you don't sit down to learn it, you're going to waste resources. Personally, I wasted a lot of resources. I wasted millions in 9 years.
So you are getting good training before you start.
Let me tell you, at the end of the day, I made my first 1 million naira from content creation with just my phone. I didn't even use earpiece. With just my phone. But with the right knowledge. With just my phone. And it wasn't even an expensive iPhone also. It was an Android phone, Infinix phone that my sister gifted me one time ago. It was less than 200K. I think it was around 130,000 naira. In fact, let me show you something, okay? There was a TV show I started after I had gone through the training, and I used my phone to record an entire 13 episodes of that TV show, and I sold it for 12 million naira.
What? Calm down. Wait. There are a lot of things on pack here, sir. Wait.
In fact,
you ran the YouTube for 9 years without making money. Now,
yes.
A TV3 is giving you 12 million naira. This is interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me tell you something, okay? Like I've always said, the hidden secret is in the knowledge. It's not in the doing. You could be doing and be doing the wrong thing, which is what happened to me. I was passionate about content creation, but I had no knowledge. So I wasted resources and wasted 9 years. Do you understand it now? The moment I let the show is called The Big Show. Just go to TikTok, you're going to see it. Go to YouTube. Instagram, you're going to just type The Big Show Nigeria. The Big Show Nigeria. If I was after I sold the first batch and the second batch, because of the contract, I had to stop for 1 year. But now the contract has expired. I'm coming back to continue shooting. That whole TV show was shot with my phone, with an Android phone. Not even as I had cameras. I've been producing movies. I had cameras. I had all of that. But when I knew what I knew, I decided to achieve more with less. So I used phone to shoot the whole show and sold it. This was 12 million naira. The second batch, they had a raise of 500, so 12,500,000. So if you put the two of them together, you're looking at 24,500,000. If you remove the cost of production at the end of the day, which is less than 1 million naira. This is very hard to. This is very hard for. Do you know what you're saying now? What you're saying now? To somebody who is not into YouTube, this can actually be amazing to them. But to somebody who is into content creation, you know, when they watch this thing, they have to sit back on their seat and roll their head and say, no, I have to chat this guy up. Do you understand? If you've been into content creation, like you now, 9 years, you understand, there are a lot of frustrated YouTube, even guys who are making money, are making very little money. You understand? Out of it, and they spend a lot of money into it. I'll give you another instance. Do you know before now, if you want to start a YouTube channel, all you need to do is create the channel and then start to shoot and post. Do you know that? Yes. But do you know it is actually the wrong way to start a YouTube channel? So how do you start the YouTube channel? Before you even create the channel, you must have shot 60 pieces of content, at least 8 minutes length. That depends on also the niche you are in. If somebody is a podcaster, you know, there are a lot of things about these content creations. When you say like this, it looks very easy. It doesn't matter the niche, right? In any niche you are, there are still variety of content that you could shoot, right? Those ones that don't run off, that don't expire, they don't weigh off after every day, right? Those ones are the ones you're going to shoot 60 pieces of that content. Then you're going to do your normal daily, you're not start doing your normal daily content. Those ones you know that maybe they are trending issues, they expire like every day, right? But the basic, you must have 60 pieces. And the moment you have those 60 pieces, your channel is already monetized. I guarantee you that in 2 weeks, you're ready for monetization if you do it properly. So, but what we didn't know, we didn't know. All we needed to, what we thought we were doing is we open a YouTube channel, we go and shoot something, we come and post it, then we wait and see if people will comment and like, then we'll run again looking for ideas, shoot again, come back up. You understand? Okay, let me tell you, if you take content creation as a business, nobody in your family, except people that just want to be broke, but very few people in your family will be broke. Very few people.
How do you take it as a business without money? Because like what you're saying now requires money. I've seen guys who tweet that they spent up to 12 million setting up studio and they didn't make a lot of money in 1 year. It's not like blog where you just have a laptop and you're shooting. You get? So
you see, this is where knowledge comes in. I won't be able to say everything here on this podcast, okay? But the truth is that it is not money that you need first. It's not money that you need.
What do you need first?
When you know what you're supposed to do, right? Every penny that you need will naturally come to you.
So, sir, what do you need first if it's not money you need first?
Let me give you an idea. Some years back, I wanted to do a very big project in the East. I went to meet my banker friend, a bank manager. And each time I come around and say, oh, guy, I need this amount. I need 12 million naira. This was in 2006. He will sit me down and say, are you sure it's 12 million naira that you need? I'll say, yes, it's 12 million naira. I just need it. Once you give me this money now, the project is done, everything. You say, don't worry, drink tea, come back tomorrow. He did it 3 times. The third day I came, he now sat me down. He said, okay, you said you need 12 million. I said, yes. He said, write it down. I wrote it down. I said, okay, what will you do with the 12 million? By the time we're done breaking down the whole money, guess how much I needed actually? 1.2 million. So knowledge is very, very powerful. You see, in this business, the business is deep. If you lack knowledge, you will fail. I guarantee you. And don't think you know it until you sit down and learn it.
Okay. Let me
example. Do you know there's something you said?
Okay. I'm going to take you through some normal YouTube, like an average YouTube dilemma. It's a consistency, because most of the advice you get online is, do you post consistently or what? So I want to pose it to you. What do you think about posting consistently?
Posting consistently, it has nothing to do with your YouTube growth. Like I said, it's knowledge first. Content creation is knowledge first. Let me repeat it. Content creation is knowledge first. Number 1, you need to even understand what the platform needs. Number 2, you must choose a niche and understand what the niche demands. Number 3, you must set up your channel properly or your page. A lot of these pages and channels you saw, they are wrongly set, totally set the wrong way. So it's like you're bringing the right kind of content, assuming you have the right kind. You're putting it on the wrong channel, on a channel that has the wrong settings. Number 4, you must be able to understand or learn how to create content. Creating content is not just turning on your camera and shoot. No, you have to, there's what we call plotting. There's what we call plotting. If you don't know how to create content, to produce content from conception to draft to plot, then to execution, then to editing, then to the rest of the post-production journey, you're not going to make it in this business. See, even the careless content you see that people hold their phone like this, and it looks so careless and looks so simple. Look, there's a psychology behind it. because you're targeting a viewer. You must understand the psychology of that viewer so that you'll be able to feed him what will make him absorb this content.
So, for somebody starting content creation in Nigeria or anywhere else in 2024, what would be advice to the person?
Learn. Don't be in a hurry. Right. Sit down and learn the business.
Do you have an advice for like a niche that is paying you well?
Every niche can pay you well. Every niche can pay you well. However,
go for it.
I said every niche can pay you well. However, you must only choose a niche that you're passionate about so that you don't wear out. You don't run out of energy, out of steam. Because it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, okay? Content creation is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Now, let me even say this. Content creation is not just about people that create regular content, monetize it, and make money. I hope you know that that life in general is content creation, right? I hope you know that the church services you attend is content, right? I hope you know that your daily life is content, right? I hope you know that content can be used to market products. Content can be used to grow businesses. In fact, the fastest and the best way to grow any church, to grow any business, to drive government policy to the people is through content, right? Beautiful. So when we're saying content, we're always looking at comedians that are doing comedy skits. No, they are not even in the top 10 cadre when it comes to content creation. They are not entertainment niche is not even among the top 10 cadre in content creation, right?
But they're the one getting on YouTube. They are the one getting a lot of the views. The most subscribed channel on YouTube now is Mr. Biggs. He just overtook the T series. You understand? And the music videos.
I would like you to understand something, okay?
Okay.
This is where a lot of people miss it a lot, okay? It's not views that determine how much you get paid. It's not by views.
It's what actually determines it?
I could be in my own niche and have 100,000 views. And you could be in another niche and have 1 million views. And I will make more money than you that have 1 million views.
So it's about niche.
It's not necessarily about niche.
What is it about?
There's something we call RPM. There's something we call CPM. Okay?
Okay.
All of this put together help to drive the value of your content and, of course, the revenue. It influences the revenue of that content. So that is why you see there are a lot of Nigerian content creators that have millions of followers and they have millions of views, and yet they are not making money.
So what's the problem with that? Because of the RPM and CPM?
That is what I told you. I said this business is something you need to sit down and be taught. You need to learn it. You need to learn that if you do this, it will result to this. And if you now do this, it will result to that. So that before you take off, you already know where you're going. If you find a traveler that doesn't know where he's going to just waggle around the country. He will not head anywhere at the end of the day. It's like getting to the motor park and they ask you, where are you going? And you say, you don't know. Any bus you see, you enter. So you don't have direction. So people just pick up their phone and they start making content. They say they are content creator. Where are you going? You don't know. What content are you making? You don't know. Who are you targeting with this content? You don't know. How much are you going to make? When are you going to make it? How do you intend to make the money? You don't know. You just know that people are going into content and you open your camera and start to shoot. And then you come back frustrated.
So let's move to the next one, because this is the period of AI.
Okay.
And it's going to shape the content creation. Some people are even scared that are you sure the content will be what it is? Even there was a time Mr. Biggs posted on Twitter where he was telling the video CEO, you want to take over my job, jokingly anyway. But how do you see AI and content creation, the future and beyond?
AI is a welcome development. It's a beautiful thing. It's the next phase of life. Okay, but it still doesn't. It still doesn't stop. It doesn't. It doesn't by any means hinder human, right? Because let me give you an example. An AI might know everything or most of the thing, but it still needs a prompt. So AI is not taking your job. The people taking your job are the people that are prompting AI. The people that can prompt AI will take your job.
Okay.
So AI on its own, if you leave AI alone, AI cannot do anything until somebody comes there and gives it a command, which is a prompt, say do this and do that. So you as an individual that is trying to protect your job, what you need to do is to go and learn the prompt and learn how to use AI, right? That way your job is retained and you still meet up with the new era of technology, because the truth is this, AI cannot take away your job. It's like when you buy a car, you fuel it. If you don't drive it, the car will stand there and be looking at you until you put your key there and start moving. So AI has everything, but then it needs somebody to prompt it, right? Teachers are going to lose their jobs. A lot of teachers will lose their jobs. A lot of schools will close down. A lot of hospitals will close down. A lot of banks will close down, right? A lot of things will shut down, right? However, there are a few people that will still be in the workforce. Why? Because they are the ones that understand and know how to use AI. Even in this content creation now, if you know how to use AI to read data, you will be able to scale your channel or your page in 1 week. So when people say they are looking for, there is a page I have on Facebook. I use it as an example. One day I was teaching my students and they said they want to see how this thing grows. And I said, okay, let's give it 1 week. Within 1 week, we grew it to 18,000 organic human followers. 18,000 in 7 days. Why? Because this data is already there on Facebook waiting for you, or YouTube, or whatever platform. All of the data you're looking for is there. The customers you're looking for, the consumers, the viewers you're looking for, the subscribers, they are already there on the platform.
But you have to pay for it. That's where you pay for adverts and then use it.
You don't even need to
advertise on Facebook.
You don't need to. If you like, you can run your ad, good and fine, but running ad doesn't grow your page. Running ad is the worst way to grow your page, especially if you're a content creator. Do not ever boost your post. Let me even say this. Do not buy followers. Do not beg people to follow you. Do not run sponsored ad. Do not boost your post.
You know, sir, when you guys who are into like experts who teach about content, when people talk, it's quite far from when you hear Sabinus now. When you interview Sabinus is very raw. He will tell you he has been in this thing for like 7 years. There was a time only him and the auntie say, are you there? You know, you listen to a lot of them and they'll tell you their own different stories. They started the same thing with Tayo, I know, like 7 years into this thing. So you see they've invested time. You get. And then when we hear people talk, it looks like, man, this thing is easy. That when somebody starts, like we are saying 30 days now, and most of them when they watch this thing now, I know I'm not the first to tell you and you've experienced it. When people like them watch this thing, some of them will feel like, no, this is not true. Because of what they went through, you understand? So how do you bring this thing together? Because even me, the way you talk sometimes, I will feel like it's not what we're doing, you know? But when you guys talk with a lot of confidence and...
Okay, let me tell you something. 9 years ago, there was nothing like AI.
Yes.
9 years ago, in fact, YouTube was not monetized in Nigeria.
Yes.
7 years ago, we didn't have the kind of data we have now, the collected data we have now on social media. We don't. 7 years ago, 9 years ago, the internet consumers in Nigeria, the number is not as high as it is right now.
Very correct.
9 years ago, smartphones didn't have Okay, some had internet, but it wasn't that smartphone was not that rampant, right? Even then, I used to go to a cyber cafe.
So post your content.
Just to post content. Social media was not a thing 9 years ago.
Yes.
But now, it's just like smartphones. You remember our parents, up till now, my parents, they find it difficult to operate some certain smartphones, right? But once I pick it up, even without looking at the menu, the manual, I could operate it. The same thing with this other younger the Gen Z now. There are some things they could do with your smartphone that you, holding the phone for over 2 years, you didn't know that such features exist.
Yes.
You understand? So it is just like that. Knowledge and information, it's like a new thing every day, keeps growing, right? So, and because most of us started blindly, we still believe that if you don't follow that old route, oh, nothing. Let me give you an example. When we were in the University of Nigeria, studying architecture, most of our lecturers didn't know how to use computer, laptop, to do graphic design, to do our architectural design. But we, the students, were very smart with laptops and everything. What did they do? Some of them came up and said, no, you cannot submit a design that you can't submit your design that you did with Corel, with CAD or any of those software. You're not allowed, right? That you have to use pencil and ruler and paper and all of that. You have to do it manually the way that they have taught you. Now, it was much later that I discovered it's not like they didn't want us, that the design will not come out well, but this is an area that they are new to. They don't really know it that much. And if you're going to lead somebody from behind, then it means you're not a leader, right? So you have to force those people to come to that area that you know too well, so that you'll be able to lead them, right? However, there's technology. This is what is happening. In the next 5 years, most schools will close down because there will be no need to go and sit down in front of a class, a teacher or something for 4 years, 5 years. It's already happening. There will be no need for you to go and study medicine and surgery for 7 years to become a medical doctor. So are you going to stop these things? No, you're going to fall in and learn and flow with the growth and the rise of technology, right? Before now, people don't used to sit down and study YouTube and study Facebook. They just create a page or channel and they start producing content and putting in there. I met a producer in Asaba. He told me he's so frustrated. For the last 2 months, that he's so frustrated. He has borrowed money, sold land to shoot movies and put on YouTube. Now, most of his colleagues in Asaba, they are making it from the YouTube, but he doesn't know why he's old, that people are not watching it. I just laughed. You know what I told him? I told him to continue shooting and putting. There is grace. With time, he's going to catch up. Meanwhile, I knew where his problem is. Do you understand? So this is the issue we have in content creation as at today. Okay, people are not interested to learn. The people that have learned old things are not interested to unlearn the things that they knew. Some of the content creators that you mentioned today, if you say mention them, some of them are not the people managing their content. The real technocrats, the real managers and the technocrats, the technicians are behind the scene, managing the platform, managing all the content, designing the content and all of that. So there's division of labor. If you come to Lagos here, you see most content creators have 1, 2, 3 story building, maybe sometimes a duplex, 2-story duplex, where they have their workforce. Writers are there, editors are there, graphic designers are there, everybody is there, managers, everybody in that same building. So every day they come up with new concept, and the guy just goes on with the camera crew to go and shoot. They feed the editors, they did managers money, the posters post, whatever. Everything is just working like that, just like Mr. Beast that you talk about. He has an entire workforce behind him, but if you just mention his name. So There are things Mr. B will not go now and start to learn video editing. No, there is a guy that is responsible for that. And when you talk about video editing, that guy is going to respond to you, is going to answer you, not Mr. B. However, in my own case, because I grew through the ladder, I rose through the ranks as a producer, editor, 3D animator, all of that, then in Nollywood. So I had a lot of experience when it comes to production before I even went into the social media content creation, right? So as an editor, you already know where your cuts are. You already know how to do your timestamps. You already know how to do your plots during your editing and all of that. So it's a whole lot, right? But if you don't sit down and learn it, you'll be like a blind man inside a dark room looking for a dark sheep. You will never
okay, sir.
find
Do you have a channel where you teach a lot of these things? So that people can...
Yes, I have virtual classrooms on Telegram where all my lectures, my teachings, they're all there. People are there. We have over 315 students from 15 countries of the world. Right? It's a full.
But we don't have like what people that, you know, sometimes you can give no get people that can't pay. They go to a YouTube channel and maybe take a look at what you are saying, because a lot of the ideas you are bringing up here, if you watch most of the guys, because there are a lot of ways like you teachers. Some people are just teaching on their YouTube channel and then they monetize it and they make money through advert and all those things. But in your own case, you have classrooms. Some people will not be able to pay, especially in Nigeria. Most guys, you understand, you will not be able to pay. Maybe you have a channel where they can just come, you release some free knowledge for them. Then
I'll tell you the simple truth. If you can't pay for content creation training, then you should not be into content creation, because it will take more than money from you.
Seriously?
Let me repeat it again. Let me say it again. If you can't afford to pay for training for content creation, there's no need. Just find something else to do. Don't go into, you'll be frustrated. Don't go into content creation, because it will. Let me give you an example. Okay, as a content creator, there are some tools that you subscribe to. They are websites that you subscribe to, and you use dollars to subscribe to them. They help your work a lot. Some of them, the subscription is as high as $100, $120 a year. Some of them a year. Some of them is $300 and something. In fact, there's one I subscribe to, $600 and something a year. I use it to teach the executive class.
Now, so you have executive?
Yes, I have classes. Yes, I have executive class for heads of companies, heads of parastatals, heads of government, pastors, leaders of industry, captains of industry. That one is the highest cadre. Okay, so now if you want to go into content creation and you believe it's going to be free of charge, beautiful. Nobody is going to stop you. Facebook is free, right? You can open Facebook today on your phone. YouTube is free. Once you have a Gmail, you already have a YouTube channel just for you to go and set it up, right? Yeah. Everything is free, right? However, the difference is this. It will cost you a lot more time to get to where the person that has knowledge, that acquires knowledge. In fact, you people can never be on the same lane. It's not even possible.
Okay, let me move a little bit further to like what an average person watching this thing will want to know. Like, what's the if you can say it to, I don't want you to call the channel name, but like the highest amount you see somebody earn per day. Because some pay months. Because sometimes some people just feel like these guys are scammers. Because when they call all the money they are driving you wagon, some people say no, it's not this content we are doing, they are doing. These guys are doing something else.
I won't mention some things because of a lot of issues, security. No, government is looking.
No, you will not. Yes. Know how to put it, but it's good for the audience to know it.
Yes, let me paint you a picture. If you come to our academy to learn, we're not going to teach you how to make $1 million every year from YouTube. We're going to teach you how to make $164 every day from your YouTube, right? And that will amount
$164 every day.
Yes, just $164 every day. With just one video, you make $164 every day from your YouTube
platform?
and
on all platforms.
Okay, and at the end of the month, you have $5,000 for a start, and at the end of each year, you must have made $60,000. So basically, what we do is that we teach you how to make $164 every day from your YouTube channel. And in 1 year, in every month, you're going to be making $5,000. And in a year, that is $60,000. Now, that is higher than all your uncles that stay in the United States of America. That is bigger than all your aunties that live in the UK. That's bigger than all their earnings in a year. You understand? Now, we're also going to teach you how to scale up, because the knowledge you're going to learn, you'll be able to scale. If you want to make $20,000 a month, you already know what to do, right? You triple and triple your effort and you make more money, right? However, we teach you how to automate all your efforts so that you don't keep repeating the same thing over and over. It makes it a lot easier. Automation is another course in our general class here. So, personally, content creation has saved me a lot, right? Before now, like I said, if you see me, I used to be very dark, even though I'm a fair person, because I used to go and supervise buildings at the construction sites just to earn, our normal fee as architect and everything. When I went into things, everything changed. Everything changed. So we're not going to tell you that you're going to make 10 billion, you're going to make this, but at least the minimum $5,000 every month. However, you need to learn, number one. Number two, you need to practice what you've been taught. Number three, you must be willing to work, right?
So these $5,000 now, you have graduates from your academy who are making the money?
I said we have 315, and more than 40% of them are above that 5,000K now as we speak. In fact, so we have people from the US and the UK that have stopped working. Nigerians from the UK and the US that have abandoned their jobs and faced content creation fully. They did content for 6 months and they stopped working and faced content because they were now making more money from content creation than their regular jobs abroad. Do you understand?
I wanted to go into that money, but I think you don't want to call any amount for that one, because recently I saw, wasn't that boy that posted like one of his guys made $3,000, and there's a guy called Alex Onya who posted recently. He owns an edu tech company that used to have a Facebook page with 8 million followers that was blocked in 2016. He was making $14,000 every month. When I saw it, I looked at this and I'm like, is this real? $14K per month. He said the Facebook was blocked on, I think somewhere after Buhari took over, 2015 or thereabout, before it was blocked totally. And because after this now, I'm going to the next, almost the final part of where I'm talking about the pages that a lot of people are losing their pages, and I want you to talk about that, because we wanted to grow this thing. I saw Untouchable the other day where they're complaining that his main Facebook page has been blocked. So, and a lot of them like that have been complaining. So from this Alex own, I want to touch on this money a little bit. Is it real? Can somebody make that kind of money? $14,000 only on Facebook?
Like I told you, there are 7 other ways you could make money from your content, right? In fact, what they are showing you is what they want you to see. The real money, no content creator will come and open up and show you his real wallet. Because if he does that, the government is going to pounce on him and he's going to pay heavy tax. In fact, most of us hide our channels. We hide our platforms. Like Angel has more than 13 YouTube channels. More than 13 YouTube channels. How many do you know? You only know 1 or maybe 2. Okay, we have our reasons because Nigeria is not safe. Even the government They are not, it's not funny. In fact, recently, let me tell you why Facebook decided to say, okay, want to enlist Nigerians among eligible countries. When this government came in, they saw that there's money in content creation and they needed to tax that sector. So when they approached the sector, they realized that, look, we can't touch these people. They are not rooted here at all, right? So what did they do? They now went to Facebook and forced Facebook. These people are making money from Nigeria. You must enlist Nigeria or we ban Facebook in Nigeria or something. So they forced Facebook, and Facebook had no problem. We're going to enlist Nigeria among the eligible countries. However,
I think this month or next month.
Yes, they said this month of June. However, I have my reservations. You know why? The countries that have been eligible for monetization all these years, all these other countries, none of their presidents or their government called Facebook to force Facebook. It's just the market factor, right? The demand and supply factor, the economic factor, right? Facebook wants to have more countries eligible. If they because they like to spread, they like to have more, right? So if they said your country is not eligible, they have their reasons. And one of that reasons is simple. The people that are paying those content creators, remember that Facebook is just a middleman between us, the content creator, and the advertiser, right? Now, the advertiser is the king, is the one that determines where he wants to put his advert, the countries of interest, the countries of top priority. And how does your country join the list of countries of top priority and interest? The purchasing power. How do you advertise to a country that you don't make sales? Nobody wants to do that. How many Nigerians are buying new Apple product? Less than 1%, right? The rest will buy fairly used stolen phones, and the data doesn't read in Apple. When you buy new product from Apple, that's when the data of your location and the country or purchase and everything will read in their database. So they have countries of top priority, countries of top interest when they want to advertise. So you forcing Facebook to enlist Nigeria is a must. You must enlist. They will say, okay, no problem, we will enlist you. Let me tell you what I'm suspecting will happen. I'm not sure, but this is what I'm suspecting will happen. They will just say, okay, no problem, we enlisted you people among the eligible countries. However, what will pay you is based on the adverts that will be coming from your country. You cannot from another country, money from another country's advert to come and pay you. Do you understand it? So with that now, we'll now become like Indians and Chinese and the rest of them, where somebody in the US is earning, let's say, $12 to $17, $22 for 1,000 views. And you that is in Nigeria is earning 50 cents only for 1,000 views. Third world country. You see where the problem is. So somebody will now get monetized in Nigeria. He'll be happy and dancing around and be monetized. Then he does YouTube and Facebook for 6 months, 1 year. And he's wondering, these other people that have been making millions, where the frustration will begin to set in. Do you understand?
Yes. So you're saying most of them will still, you are saying most of them will still monetize abroad. That's what you are saying. Like invariably you are saying, even if they come here, some people, because most of the guys you're talking about now, their managers are abroad, US or UK or other countries in Europe. So what you're saying is that if Facebook comes down here, some people will still do their thing, because Makeche said he's moving to USF. That he located his studio to US. So this is a very serious business for some of them. And you know, sir, for any person who have done, I understand what you're saying. You're able to do your own and then later turn to an expert. Some will watch this video and be like, man, this guy doesn't know what he's saying, you know. But I will encourage everybody to go for the training, like you are saying, because it's very frustrating. You see a lot of guys who did YouTube for a very long time, and when you tell them about YouTube, they will say, no, it's not true. You get, and then I've watched Sabinu's own interview, I've watched Taya, you know, and I've watched a lot of guys abroad. And it's not been easy, 5 years, 6 years. Mr. Big said he started when he was 14, and he couldn't even buy a camera for like 5 years or thereabout doing it. Or doing it for the love and all those kind of things. So I think it's a whole lot. And now the competition is very high now. Very, very high.
There is no competition, sir.
Seriously?
There is no. Pay attention.
So,
Let me repeat.
Okay. You say there's no competition.
There is no competition.
So we have more channels now.
You said?
We have more channels now. We have above 400 million channels on YouTube.
It's still not there's no competition. You see, in content creation, if you sit down to learn content creation, number one, you will not be in a hurry. Number two, you will not be under pressure. Number three, you will not be stressed. Number four, you will have no competition.
This is interesting. This is totally interesting.
Let me give you an example. Who are you competing with?
Other big channels.
Who is the big channel? There is no channel on YouTube, Facebook that creates content every day that takes care of its followers or subscribers for 24 hours round the clock. None.
Yes.
None.
Yes. No.
In fact, if you're able to do a 1 hour video, maximum 1 hour video in a day, you know that you're a top creator, right? There's nobody. What I'm trying to explain is that the sky is so big. Last year, YouTube had $2.2 billion for content creators. We only used 43% of that money. The rest went back to YouTube, and it was budgeted for 2024. So where is the competition? Do you know why it looks as if there's competition? There are lots of ignorant people that poured in, and they are scrambled because they heard there's gold there. Everybody starts scrambling. But you know the beautiful thing about the platform? All of this madness has been taken care of long time ago. I'll give you an example. If YouTube comes for a meeting here in Nigeria, in Africa, there are creators that they call to a round table. Why are they not assembling everybody that has a YouTube channel in Nigeria?
Because those creators get a high percentage of the viewers they get in Africa.
No. It's not about the viewers. It's not about the viewers. It's not about the views. I'm telling you. Because in that meeting, you're going to see someone that has 100,000 followers. And it's been specially invited by YouTube for that meeting. I'll give you an example. Because every platform knows its creators, and every platform knows hangers around. That is why I said you should sit down and learn this thing. Number two, you must be passionate about it. If you go to Facebook, you see a lot of people making noise. Some people will hold their phone like this. If you finish making your noise, beautiful. Maybe you get a little penny, maybe 1 naira here, 1 naira there. But when Facebook decides to hold a meeting, they know they are creators. And those creators, they are stakeholders. Those creators are the backbone of Facebook in Nigeria and in Africa. When they want to do some certain things, they can consult those creators and say, what do you people think about this? What do you people think about this new product we want to bring up? So what makes an average content creator to now become a stakeholder? Number one, knowledge. Number two, quality of content. You see this madness? Don't worry yourself. Somebody told Jesus Christ, he said in the Bible that look at all these people claiming to be this, claiming to be that. Jesus just told them, say, don't worry about the sheep and the goats and the whatever. Don't worry. At the end of the day, that he knows his sheep and his sheep, they know him. And at the last day, he's going to separate his sheep from the rest of. Do you understand? So that is exactly what is happening. Some people will tell you they don't want to learn it, they can't spend money to go and learn it, something that everybody is doing free. No problem. Free of charge, start shooting free of charge, posting free of charge, no problem. Nobody is struggling with you. When you run to that place you're going, you will still run back and begin to ask questions and ask, what is wrong with me? What happened to me? What by that time? Yes. So go on.
Okay, sir, before you go, this issue of people losing their page, what advice as an expert? Because it's becoming a problem. I saw the other guy they call Flower Boy in Enugu. They also complained that they had an Instagram account, no, TikTok account, close to 1 million followers. They stopped him. Untouchable, 4.5 million on YouTube or Facebook. They stopped him from posting, but they didn't take down the page. Now, I think he started on that one, close to 1 million, was taken down also for violations and all those kind of things. And there's a guy in US also who is as very, very popular, almost competing with Mr. Beast, and he was also taken down. And it's becoming a very big, somebody can spend all this time, you know, and then one day the thing goes offline. So what advice do you give to creators? Is it to create multiple channels? I don't know. What advice do you give to creators? Because if this thing happens, you can lead someone to depression. Imagine you are where you're cashing out now, and then at the end of the day, this thing goes.
You know, the truth is, the simple advice is acquire knowledge.
Acquire knowledge.
Knowledge. I repeat, knowledge. Let me tell you one. Somebody might come and ask, I want to go into content creation, and somebody will say, okay, no problem. I'm a manager, I will manage it for you, right? I'll be taking percentage, or you'll be paying me, or blah, blah, blah. Beautiful. This guy becomes a content creator, starts making money, but he doesn't understand anything about the business. Right? So he wakes up one day and he discovers the page is no longer there, or he has been banned, and he's wondering if it's coming from his village. Let me even tell you something. Do you know that there are some keywords that when you use in your content, the content will not be flagged, the content will not be removed, but the content will be stunted. The algorithm will stunt the growth of that content.
What they call shadow, is it shadow banning?
Yeah,
it will not be getting a lot of views.
Shadow banning is when it's on the page or the channel, but I'm talking about a specific content itself. See, you can't come to a workspace and you begin to do anyhow you want. No, you're going to ask for the manual. If you buy a car, you buy electronics, you go through the manual and say, what is the require? What is it? What are the instructions? What are the requirements? What are the expectations? You read and understand it. How can you come here and then you wake up one day, you didn't see your channel or your page, and you start to cry that something is wrong. All my life as a content creator, I've never lost a page, I've never lost a channel. I have never.
Okay, sir. And for somebody starting
because let me tell you, because having a page or channel is like having a Toyota car. Toyota car will hardly embarrass you in public. It must always give you signs. Yes. It's just that when you're deaf and blind, you keep driving it like that until the day to embarrass you. Toyota cars will hardly embarrass you in public. If you're attentive and you're listening and you're watching and you're observant, you must find out what the problem before the doom day will come. You solved it. Right? But people go into content creation without any knowledge. I saw one girl, there's a girl in Owerri. This girl, her content used to get mad tractions, right? Crazy traction, because she says all manner of crazy, controversial things. Beautiful. Now, she wake up, she will lose her page. She wake up, she will lose another page. She came out the other day, she called me on the phone, she was crying. I don't know what is wrong. I said, please don't call my number. Please. Because people don't listen. people don't listen. People don't want to study. People don't want to learn anything. Right? So you just jump on the page, jump on the platform and begin to do anything you like, and then you feel it's gonna. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. So, I even saw one making animal sacrifice the other day. He was even killing the goats on Facebook. All manner of things. There's nothing you won't see. People do all sorts of things. You know, people intentionally agree within themselves in their WhatsApp and say, let us go on Facebook and begin to fight each other. Oh yeah, let's go so that we can generate traction. The people you're doing that thing on their platform, they are 10 times smarter than, they are 1 million years ahead of you. They built the platform. They know this platform more than you. They know it even before you think of knowing it. I don't know how to explain. Let me give you an example. If you chat with your wife now on WhatsApp and say you want to buy a smartphone tomorrow, or baby, what kind of iPhone would you like? That day have gone. The next day, open your Facebook. You're going to start seeing adverts of iPhone. What does it tell you? The algorithm is like your shadow. It's always there. It listens to your thoughts, not just what you type, not just what you say. The algorithm listens to your thoughts. How? By your pattern, your behavioral pattern.
Okay, sir. Let's go to platforms now. Once more time, sir. So, or the platform, like as in Nigeria, what are you talking about platforms? Someone starting a content creation now. Should we start with the whole platforms? TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or should you just start with one?
The thing is this. You could start with whatever you want to, okay? However, the truth is this: when you acquire knowledge, you see, most of the principles, they cut across all the platforms. Okay? 95% of the principles of content creation, they apply across all the major platforms. So if you have the knowledge, you'll be able to run your content across. After all, it is the same content. So why would you just post on Facebook and not post on TikTok, not post on? And let me even tell you, the more you post across platforms, it shows that you're a genuine, real human being, real person. You have traction because your digital footprint is everywhere on the space, right? So it's an advantage if you're posting across platforms. However, you might choose not to post on a platform. But the most important thing is to acquire knowledge. When you have the knowledge, it applies across. Like the principles of production, content production, it applies across all the major platforms. The principles of engagement, it applies across all the platforms. The revenue principle, they apply across all the, not 95% of all the principles apply across all the platforms.
So do you have like a website where they go to? Since you said you don't really teach, you have classes. Do you have like a website where people can go to?
Yes, of course. People can go to our WhatsApp, okay? Like I said, I have other things I'm doing. I don't want to, if I wanted to go straight into content creation fully as a teacher or as a content creator, it would have been a different thing. Like I'll just put it out there, right? But because it's something that's on the side, I have major things I'm doing, okay? So it's just by the...
Wait. I want to understand. So what you do now is like a hobby kind of thing. It's not even the main thing.
No. It's not even the main thing. Teaching content creation is just by, that's why we have a company separate that manages it. It's called Viral Plus, manages all of that, right?
Viral Plus. I thought something somewhere.
Business that pays me good money. I have architecture, I have AI, I have robotics. I've invested in robotics. I've invested in gold coins. I have other things that I do. I could be busy for one whole month without showing my face on social media, without even coming to social media at all.
But why is it that Viral Plus doesn't have a lot of social footprint, like a lot of followers? I checked when I was researching about you. I went there. It's been long. It's an old page. I saw Honey Factory. So you went to comedy once before?
Yes, yes.
You
Of
were once
course,
into comedy?
I was into stand-up comedy, but because of content, I had to just drop because
Yes. I
you
saw
know,
the Viral Plus. I saw the
yeah.
Viral Plus is something that you've been there for some time. But it doesn't have that kind of, for somebody who's an expert, I would have, or looking at 500,000, 1 million followers, but I didn't see it there. And I said I'll have chance to ask you those kind of questions. You know, like an average person,
Yes.
that's what the person would think about. Since you
Yes.
teach these things, at least all your
Okay.
channels will have a lot of them.
Okay, let me tell you the truth. The truth is this, like I've always told you, you give more of your energy to where matters the most, right?
Okay.
It's not about followers. If Fire Plus want to have 1 million followers on any of their Facebook platform, it will only take 7 days. But then what is the essence?
Is it organic?
Yes, organic is of no essence.
Why?
You need see, let me tell you the principle behind followers and subscribers. Anybody that must follow you must follow or subscribe because of one thing and one thing only. They are interested in your kind of content. Any other excuse, any other reason be outside this, forget it. You're killing that page, you're killing that channel. Anybody that follows you not because of the nature of your content, your kind of content, you are doing yourself a huge disservice, right? So beautiful. Via Plus has a Telegram platform where they run all of their programs, all the 7 different classes. They have 7 classrooms for executive, for regular, for business people, for pastors, all of that. They have all of that. It's on Telegram, right? So the few individuals that are interested, they find their way, they make payment, they join, they take their training, they go their way, right? So it's not a place where we come and we start trying to show off or something. No, 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 no. It's a very restricted, special space for people that are interested, that are seriously interested in content creation. They go there, they acquire their knowledge, and they go continue what they are doing. However, let me also tell you that we work for 7 state governments as we speak, and we are also engaging the federal government. So it's as big as that, yet very quiet on this particular time. So that is it. It's not about millions. For instance, now, ordinarily, if you go to my Facebook, I'm supposed to have a blue tick, right? I'm supposed to have a blue tick. Can I afford it? Yes. Did I get it? No. Was it intentional? Yes.
Why? Because as an expert, as a company, those things gives you kind of credibility. Or looking at all those kind of things.
It's not advisable to buy blue tick.
Not in fact it will be done.
Yes. It's not advisable to go and pay Mark Zuckerberg and buy blue tick. It's the worst thing you could do. It's the worst thing you could do to yourself. If you must get a blue tick, you must earn a blue tick. Right? You must earn a blue tick. Anybody that buys a blue tick with their money, they might have their reasons, okay? But that is not the reason why the blue tick was created originally. So if you don't earn it, please don't go and buy it. If you're buying it for your own reason and you're not doing yourself any service.